So changes are always going to happen. So it's very important as a business owner, you get ahead of the changes, you get onto them fast, and you make a positive shift. Welcome back to Quick Wins with Com. I am Richard Tutunji and I'm coming to you today from Darling Harbour in Sydney. And we have just been filming a client for a market leader program, and I had some conversations around what is really happening in the world of Facebook at the moment. So I thought it's a perfect opportunity to talk about all these new changes that's happening in Facebook. And if you don't know about these changes, you can Google them, but let me just give you the rundown of what it actually is. This is it. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, came out and said his goal in 2018 is to ensure that the people, their audience, their members on Facebook, the 2 billion of them, are having more meaningful conversations. So everything's turning around, how do we understand to have meaningful conversations? He believes meaningful conversations will also turn into more positivity. So when we engage with people, when we engage with our friends, we have a sense of positivity, we have a sense of connection. And so this is what he's aiming for on his platform, Facebook. But what does that mean to you as a business owner? Well, you might have a fan page, you might be really focusing on that a lot. Well, there are some changes that happen in place, and it actually means that Facebook pages will have a decrease, and they're already decreased enough. They're not having much reach at all, but they're gonna have a decrease. And what's gonna have an increase is a connection between two individuals. So if you have a personal page, another person has a personal page, that conversation will go up in the algorithms, will be ranked much higher. The other things that will be ranked much higher are groups. So groups are going to be a big thing in 2018. So if you don't have a group on Facebook, it's important to get a group because that builds communities. And so Facebook's saying, I want to build communities and meaningful conversations. Now, when you're in these groups or when you're having those conversations, a lot of you might not want to be on your personal page doing business, but that's just the rules now. People are going to be engaging in more of these platforms. But if you are engaged in these platforms in your personal page or in a group, the number one thing you have to do here, and this kind of like just focuses around all the changes, and there are a lot of changes, but this is the glut of it pretty much. It's making sure that you're understanding and having meaningful conversations with the people you're talking to. So it means not just posting, but having and converting. So if you're going to write a long blog post, like a nice blog piece or an article, if you're going to do a video, it means make sure that people are commenting, make sure you reply back in the comments, make sure you ask what their opinion is. Don't just post up every day, post quality over quantity, quality over quantity. In the news feeds too, when you comment, it actually has a reply to the specific person. So Facebook's saying, let's have these conversations that move across. And that's basically the main changes of Facebook. So as a business owner, my 2 things here is get a group, and if you haven't done a live video, start live videos. And make sure your live videos are around a conversation of help and of value. A conversation on the video that can provide support, and a conversation that you can ask questions. And when you're doing the live videos, make sure you ask questions, make sure you engage, make sure you ask for likes, make sure you ask what do they think about what you're talking about. That's creating a meaningful conversation. So these changes are pretty big. Like it, love it. I actually think it's a great positive way forward because it means that the companies that are just on Facebook, just trying to post their stuff to get coverage will disappear. And it's not like a new thing. This has happened in Google. If you remember the panda and the penguin changes, this happened to Facebook in 2013. So changes are always going to happen. So it's very important as a business owner, you get ahead of the changes, you get onto them fast, and you make a positive shift. And always ensure that you're listening and making sure what your audience wants most importantly. So that's it from me in this week's episode of Quick Wins with Com. Now please engage with us. We've got some great groups to engage. If you're a fitness professional, we've got a group called Crush Your Fitness Marketing. If you're any other business related, go to our group called Com Club, where we engage, we have conversations, and we show you what's happening in the marketplace. If you want to follow these episodes, be sure to do so on podcast. You can choose iTunes, you can choose Stitcher. There's heaps of other platforms out there that are on. And I'll catch you next time on Quick Wins with Com.